Hey guys, how are you doing? It's Cryptoinsightuk here, bringing you back another YouTube video, daily update. It's going to be a short one again, and I've got another video coming later today, which is going to be about my NFT picks. A few people have asked me about this, my smaller, more speculative ones, and the larger caps that I'm looking into as well. But I'm going to get into this video now. So the current market cap of crypto is actually now below $1 trillion. The first time we've fallen down there for the last few weeks that I can remember, off the back of the CPI news yesterday. Haven't actually covered that in this video. I'm sure we'll dive into it in the weekly roundup, which comes tomorrow. But yeah, the CPI numbers came out. It was lower than last month, but higher than anticipated. So the market took it very badly. In my opinion, it's an overreaction, but let's see what happens going forward. We can get into that another time. As I said, this is just a daily roundup. So nothing really to report too much. Obviously, huge drops yesterday, 9.24% on the 24-hour for Bitcoin, minus 5% for ETH. And that's pretty much across the board. If we have a look at what the biggest losers were yesterday. Oh, Terra Luna, there's some news with Terra. Korea after Do Kwon, they've issued for his arrest. So not looking good if you're a Terra Luna fan. Anyway, I'm going to get onto the next little points. I'm just looking at Bitcoin here. Technical analysis wise, obviously this is yesterday. We took out all those stop losses and cascaded down. I'm really sorry if you can hear noise in the background, guys. There's actually nothing I can do about it there. Doing construction work next door. So there's that. And this is Bitcoin on the hourly. As I said, all them stop losses are taken out. But market structure wasn't really broken. We've still formed a higher low. It just depends on what we see now going forwards from here. I'm trying to click the daily and I've missed it twice. See what happens now going forwards. We heavily rejected the moving averages, but volume's increasing. It wasn't any more volume than we had on the green day the other day, and we're still hovering above the previous support level, or resistance level to come down. So let's see what happens going forward. So next, we've got a little clip here from Matt Hancock, who is an MP in the UK, talking about CBDCs. We'll just listen to that quickly.
The question on a CBDC is to ask why, right? What's the purpose? After all, in the UK we have a brilliant domestic payment system, and it's one of the most efficient and cost-effective in the world. And for most people, payments these days are free, and for the vendor, they're increasingly free as well. And the idea of a retail CBDC essentially is saying that the central bank, the Bank of England, should be a retail bank for all of us. And there's a lot of problems with that proposal. And not an obvious use case. Where there is an obvious use case is in international payments, which are still expensive, in countries that don't have a good domestic payment system, which includes the US, of course, because of its federal regulation. And then we can see that there are some countries around the world who want a high quality CBDC for strategic reasons, essentially to try to displace the dollar as the international unit of account. And all of those things are good reasons why there should be a central bank digital currency, and why you might want one. The challenge here in the UK is that the core purpose of it, domestic payments, is a problem that we've effectively already solved. And then there's a slightly separate point, right, which is more about stepping back and what is the purpose of this new technology. One of the exciting things about cryptocurrencies, whether they're stable coins or they are untethered, is that it's a decentralized payment system. And asking a central bank to start a decentralized payment system is not what this was invented for. This is about democratizing finance.
I actually have to agree with him on most senses. I don't think we've got our domestic payment system that advanced in the UK. I don't think POS is free. It's quite expensive for companies to, especially small businesses, to have proof of point of sale merchants in their environment. It's 3% of transaction plus 50p. That's what it used to be when I used to work. in a cafe or whatever, and that was only like 5 years ago, 6 years ago when I was doing that. So I don't know if that's completely true, and maybe just out of touch. I don't know if CBDCs are something that we necessarily need right now in the UK, but we don't want to be left behind in terms of technology. Again, we don't know what they can lead to in terms of, it's like the internet, like people used to use the internet in the first place for email, and look what's happening now with the internet, and that's the point about CBDCs and technology and crypto in general. But it's interesting that he pulls up the point about cross-border payments and wholesale use of CBDCs. That's where I'm looking at the XRP ledger, obviously with XRP, and we've seen the Bank of England testing with the XRP ledger, and we've also seen them talk about distributed ledger technology for their sovereign debt, which would be bonds, etc. So let's see what happens there. Just thought it was an interesting clip. Next, I've got a little speculative play on Apecoin. I think that it's something you need to keep your eye out for, guys. You can read this thread from Ponzi Dope if you want to have a look at his thoughts, basically. It's why he thinks that Apecoin will up in price. It's a very interesting thread and definitely worth a read, in my opinion. It's essentially saying there's not enough liquid supply of Apecoin for when staking comes out for every ape to be able to stake. So definitely interesting. Have a little look. Lastly, I just want to talk about Global ID. I got an email from them yesterday saying that there's been a big update. If you don't know what Global ID is, go and have a look. It's run by Greg Kidd, or it's Greg Kidd's baby, who is an initial seed investor into Ripple, has an option on a few billion XRP, I'm pretty sure. He is a very smart man. He's been in crypto since the start, and it's basically for like a wallet / like digital identity. So yeah, go and check Global ID out. I'm not affiliated with anything that I've talked about. I'd tell you if I was, but they're very interesting, and I think that this could play into the CBDC like bucket as well, and they're going to need some sort of digital wallet or identification. So yeah, that's the end of my YouTube video for today, guys. If you enjoyed it, please drop a sub, hit the like button, and drop something in the comments to help my channel out. Share it with a friend. Peace up. A-Town down. As I said, I've got an NFT video coming after this. Peace.